last time, we ended off with Kakarot turning Super Saiyan, killing Frieza once and for all, as Vegeta claimed the throne for himself, turning the Frieza Force into the Vegeta Force. So let's see where we go from here. Welcome to part 6 of What If Monaito raised Kakarot. 5 years go by. Monaito's age started to affect him a bit more. Even though he's honed his healing ability better, it takes him a bit longer now to heal Kakarot and Granola for training. But let's check up on Kakarot and Granola. Granola's been taking his training less seriously with his mother around now due to Kakarot reviving her. Kakarot though has been training a lot. I feel at this point Kakarot not only got mastery over Super Saiyan, but unlocked Super Saiyan 2, but he knows there's more power he can get. Maybe he goes back to his Saiyan heritage in some way. Kakarot stands outside the house alone at night until he hears someone open the door. It's Muesli. She asks Kakarot what he's doing up late. Kakarot says he's trying to obtain more power, but he doesn't know how to. He's thinking if he somehow goes back to his Saiyan heritage, he might be able to get stronger. Muesli then comments on the fact that when the Saiyans came to attack the Cerealians, they were big apes. Maybe Kakarot could find a way to use that. That's when it clicks for Kakarot. Of course, why didn't you think of that sooner? Kakarot thanks Muesli and hugs her. The time has gone on long enough that Kakarot now sees her as a mother. As they hug, we zoom out into space to a ship. It's a Frieza Force ship. Remember from the last time, it's now the Vegeta Force. Vegeta is sitting on his throne, talking with other soldiers that he has. Soldiers talking about what planet to conquer next, until Vegeta interrupts. He thinks it's time for them to give Kakarot and Granola a finish, and finish them off. After all, Vegeta is the only Super Saiyan in the universe, right? As he sets coordinates to go to planet Cereal, he then sees on the other screen that he's getting a call from one of the planets he conquered when he first took over the Frieza Force. Vegeta begrudgingly answers the call, though he's getting a call. The soldiers tell Vegeta that his planet is being attacked by two people, one smaller yellow insect and a tall pink creature who both have an M symbol. Vegeta, curious, decides he'll take a detour to that planet before he goes to kill Kakarot and Granola. A few days go by, and Vegeta lands on the planet to set it all in destruction with just Rebel left behind. Vegeta is shocked but also angered. Who did this? Who's strong enough to do this? Was it Kakarot and Granola? No, it couldn't have been due to the soldiers seeing this yellow insect and pink creature. As he flies around, he feels a blast hit him from behind, catching him off guard. Vegeta looks behind him, seeing the tall pink creature and yellow insect. It's Babidi and Dabura. Vegeta looks at them, connecting the two dots together, as he then powers up, not just into Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2. Now, I wouldn't say Vegeta unlocked Super Saiyan 2 a while ago. After all, he doesn't have anyone who's as strong as him, so all he's been doing is training by himself. I would say he got Super Saiyan 2 about a week or two ago before he left his base. Vegeta then rushes towards Dabura, who realizes he can't beat his way around with Vegeta like he thought. As the two fight, Vegeta punches Dabura away, but also sees a weird white ball beside Babidi. So Vegeta and Dabura keep trading punches. Babidi is sensing a lot of evil energy inside Vegeta. He starts to consider a new idea. Slowly and slowly, Vegeta is starting to get the upper hand against Dabura. Babidi, seeing this, realizes he has no other choice but to take over Vegeta's mind. Vegeta keeps pummeling Dabura to the ground, and as he's about to finish the fight, he pauses and starts to grab his head, yelling in pain. Dabura then takes the opportunity to fly back and take breath. As he does, Vegeta powers up, as an M symbol appears on his forehead. He looks up at Dabura, and is shocked at Vegeta's new strength. Vegeta raises his hand and reaches the key beam, piercing Dabura through the stomach. Babidi is shocked at the power. As he looks back at Babidi, Babidi starts begging for his life, telling Vegeta that if Babidi dies, so does Vegeta's new power. Vegeta then starts to consider his offer, but as he does, Babidi chants a spell to restrict Vegeta. As he reads mind even further, Babidi, finally understanding, tells Vegeta they work together to kill Kakarot and Granola. Vegeta is shocked that Babidi knows who the two are. As Babidi removes the restriction on Vegeta, he tells Vegeta his plan. He can go to planet Cereal right now with one of his spells. Vegeta is confused. Right now? What about his soldiers? What will happen to Vegeta's power? Vegeta scoffs and says that he has a deal, but asks Babidi about the weird white ball. Babidi tells Vegeta it contains a strong being named Boo, who has unbelievable power. Vegeta asks how they can release Boo. Bobby says all Vegeta needs to do is fight Kakarot and Granola, and the power from that fight will transfer to energy that will awaken Boo. Vegeta, curious, demands Bobby send him now, to which Bobby does. He casts his spell to teleport himself, Vegeta, and Boo still in the egg to the planet Cereal. Let's rewind a few hours back though. Kakarot and Granola are sparring. Granola on the cusp of something new. He's sparring with Kakarot a lot more now because his brother told him to keep training. Don't let her hold him back. Granola agrees as he calls for Kakarot to train a bit. He wants to fight Kakarot at his strongest to compare the gap in strength. Granola tells Kakarot to hold anything back, go all out at the start. Kakarot agrees as he goes Super Saiyan 2. Granola is a little shocked at power, but he kind of expected this. After all, Kakarot has been training here a lot. Occasionally, Kakarot would go dynamic to catch up with the Namekians. They need help with anything. Granola starts powering up, having both his eyes turn red. Oatmeal tells Granola not to worry and to be calm. He tells Granola to beat Kakarot as they both get in a battle stance. Monaito walks to Muesli, asking if Granola is finally getting back into training full time. Muesli looks at Monaito and says that after some convincing, she was able to tell him to get back into training. Will have herself pull him back, and it finally got to him. Monaito smiles, glad to see him back in business. The two start fighting, and I think we know how this is gonna end. Kakarot wins with ease as Monaito walks over to heal the two. Kakarot is curious. He never really asked Granola whatever happened to the heaters. He stopped by Planet Cereal about 2 years to catch up with Granola and Monaito. Granola says he and Monaito were able to convince them that Granola was quitting working for them. The heaters were definitely upset at first. Was annoyed but kept cool and said that's fine. But don't be surprised if they show up out of nowhere to visit them. They left them on edge, but after a while they came to the conclusion they won't be bothering them anytime soon. Kakarot acknowledges Granola's strength. For not training as hard as he used to, he's still pretty strong. A couple hours go by. Kakarot and Granola are outside meditating and honing their skills mentally. Granola's hair starts to fade in and out of orange as Kakarot watches, but as he's about to fully transform, they hear a loud explosion, ending their meditation. They're both worried what that explosion was until they hear somebody yell at them from above. It's Vegeta, who's beside Babidi smirking. They ask Vegeta what the hell is he doing here and who's beside him. Babidi says that should be the least of their concerns, and that they should be worried about Vegeta. Vegeta laughs and says that Kakarot and Granola are dead, as he draws out all of his power, drawing out the max power he has in Super Saiyan 2. Kakarot is shocked, says why did Vegeta unlock Super Saiyan 2, let alone Super Saiyan at all? Vegeta yells at Kakarot, what? Is he scared of Vegeta's strength? Kakarot can feel all he wants. Kakarot isn't near his strength at all. Kakarot smirks and says Vegeta's not so sure about that, as he powers up into Super Saiyan 2. Vegeta is a little bit surprised, but he should have expected this. After all, he did kill Frieza. As the two rush in a battle of each other, Granola figures that he should go for Babidi. As Granola rushes to Babidi, the magician constantly is casting spells to dodge Granola's attacks just in time. Looking over at Kakarot and Vegeta's fight, Kakarot is starting to release the fight, with Babidi drawing out Vegeta's potential and making Vegeta slightly stronger than Kakarot. Vegeta knocks Kakarot to the ground, knocking him out of Super Saiyan 2 and into base form. Vegeta acknowledges Kakarot's strength, but knows his strength won't be enough for him to handle. As Vegeta slowly walks to Kakarot, he laughs. Does Vegeta really think this is all Kakarot has? No, not even close. Vegeta is confused, thinking Kakarot is just trying to scare him until Kakarot smirks and says that he still has to use all of his Saiyan heritage. Kakarot yells at Monaito, do it now. Vegeta looks back and sees Monaito with a Saiyan pod. As he looks back at Monaito, he sees him press a button, that button being the one that shows a hologram of a moon. Vegeta looks back at Kakarot seeing him transforming and getting stronger. Crap, Vegeta needs to do something now. Vegeta tries to shoot a ki blast at Kakarot, but it's already too late. Kakarot turned into a grenade, but he's under control. Over the past few years, Kakarot looked a bit more into his same pod, and remembered a while back Raditz mentioning the button that would make a hologram of the moon. Kakarot decides he should use that to train his control over Grade 8. He turned Grade 8 once when he was younger, but Granola and Monaito were able to stop Kakarot in time. As Grade 8 Kakarot looks at Vegeta, he smiles at him, saying he's not done yet. Dave starts powering up, having his fur turn golden, shocking Vegeta and the others. His strength is incredible. Babidi, on the other hand, is excited beyond belief though. The strength Boo will get will be amazing. Babidi sees that he's able to wake Boo up, but he decides to gamble his luck and let Boo get more strength. Vegeta rushes to the Golden Ape, punching him in the stomach, but as he does, he realizes that Kakarot isn't even flinching at all. The ape grabs Vegeta and starts throwing him onto the ground, constantly knocking Vegeta out of the Super Saiyan 2. Babidi decides he should probably stop gambling his luck. He's gotten enough strength, and decides that he needs to wake up Boo now. As he wakes up Boo realizes how immense his strength is. As the egg opens, he realizes this isn't Boo that he was told about, but a Boo that's around like Granola's size, for example. This, of course, being Super Boo. Babidi tells Boo what to do and kill them all, but as he does, Boo laughs and just kills Babidi with a swift blow. Does he really think a weakling like him can just control him? No. Kakarot, still in his ink form, looks around and seeing Granola rush in to fight Super Boo. As he does, Super Boo smiles as he pummels Granola to the ground, leaving him barely breathing. Kakarot then stops in his tracks, finally coming back to his senses, and as he does, he starts powering up more. Super Boo looks at Kakarot, feeling the power coming from him. He's a little scared, but also excited for the opponent, maybe. As Boo and Granola watch Kakarot powering up, they start to notice he's getting smaller and smaller until Kakarot returns to his regular size, but he looks different. He is wearing a shirt that has some red fur on him now with longer hair. Kakarot looks at himself in the reflection of some water. He smirks and gives Boo a serious stare. Kakarot walks over to Granola, telling Monaito to come over and hear Granola. As Monaito runs over, he tries to shoot a ki blast at Monaito, but Kakarot teleports in front of the blast, easily blocking it. Monaito heals Granola, and when he gets back up, he looks at Kakarot, surprised at his power. Kakarot looks back at him smirking, saying to fight beside him. Granola agrees, and as he closes his eyes, he starts powering up. Granola knows this fight will be life or death, and Granola wants to defeat Super Boo, showing his strength has gone a long way since this fight with Frieza. As Granola powers up, his hair starts to turn orange, honing his power. Granola opens his eyes again, looking at Kakarot. This form Granola unlocked is a fan-made form I saw from South Saiyan 3. Thanks for him for the transformation idea, this being called Super Cerulean. Kakarot and Granola get in the battle stance ready to fight Super Boo and defend not only Planet Zero, but maybe even the universe. And with that, that's where we'll end off for this part. What do you guys think of this part? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, be sure to like the video and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And with that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next part.